What makes a person a person? How do we respect a person? In what way should we treat them? Good day, I'm Dan, and welcome to Basic Philosophy. Today, we are going to talk about respect for persons.
Respect for person. Respect is earned when one's own freedom is limited to give way to others' rights.
Human relationship can be intersubjective or interpersonal.
Interpersonal. A person treats the other person as a person. While in intersubjective, it can be friends, parents, children, teachers, students, colleagues, siblings.
In theoretical, we consider how a person sees, perceives, understands, or knows the other person in relation to his or her concepts and the other categories.
In a way, it can either be a subject or an object. A subject, the other person is seen as a subject when he or she is seen as someone who is conscious and free and lacks defined identity or essence.
In object, the other person is seen as an object when he or she is seen as something unconscious and free. Practical. We consider how the person's action towards the other person relates to the person's own interest. There are means and end. In means, one necessarily disregards the other person's interest to satisfy owns. And one necessarily considers the other person's interest.
According to Martin Buber, in 1951, IU refers to treating a person as a person and encountering a person. It refers to treating a person as a non-person and experiencing a person.
According to Jean-Paul Sartre, there are a being for itself and a being in itself. Being for itself, treating a person as an individual who is conscious and free, but has incomplete identity or essence, while a being in itself, treating a person as an individual who is unconscious and unfree, but has complete identity or essence.
To be with a person for Heidegger is to treat the person with considerateness, while to be alongside a person is to treat the person as a kind of utility.
According to Edmund Husserl, to get the essence of something, we need to suspend our judgment and assumptions about it. Emmanuel Levinas. It is when we feel responsible for the other person that we see or encounter him or her as a subject. The obligation to make ourselves available to the neediness of the other person. According to Immanuel Kant, a concrete way of avoiding to use a person as means is by getting the other person's informed and voluntary consent for a person's action towards him or her. According to Kant, one should not be treated as a means nor as an end, but rather as means and end.
Now that we know how we should treat a person, now we move on to the grounds why they should be respected, rights and duties.
Rights and entitlements or interests one is allowed or permitted to pursue, or more simply, things a person may or may not do. Duties are entitlements of a person that he or she must do.
Rights and duties. Rights and duties are correlated in that rights impose duties, and duties exist in recognition rights. Rights can be imposed by rights or in terms of relevant features. In imposed by rights, it can be duties of non-interference or duties of non-provision. All rights impose the duties of non-interference are negative rights, while rights impose the duties of non-interference are positive rights.
Rights in terms of relevant features. Membership in a group is what gives an individual a certain kinds of rights and duties. What are the different kinds of rights that human can have? Contractual rights. Rights a person acquires when he or she enters into a contract or agreement with another party. In legal rights, rights a person possesses by virtue of his or her citizenship, which is acquired by birth.
Human rights. Human rights are moral principles or norms that describe certain standards of human behavior and are regularly protected as natural and legal rights in municipal and international law.
What is human rights? Rights acquired simply by the virtue of human being. Human rights are natural in contrast to contractual and legal rights, which are created by human and institutions. Human rights are universal in that all human persons have the same human rights in the same degree. Human rights are inalienable in that human rights cannot be taken away from human persons. Human rights are moral rights of human.
Today, we talk about human relationships, theoretical and practical ways the philosophers say, and lastly, human rights and duties. Once again, I'm Dan Lander Bautista, and this has been Basic Philosophy.
Respect for person. Respect is earned when one's own freedom is limited to give way to others' rights.